Okay, so we are live right now, both on Facebook and on YouTube. And I want to say a special hello to all my fans all over the world for joining me. And thank you for sharing my videos. I don't know how many of you listened to His Excellency Peter Obi during his speech in Toronto, Canada. Peter Obi last night, while most of us were sleeping, interacted with the Canadians or the Nigerians living in Canada, and he inspired them that the time has come for their remittances into Nigeria to be for investment, for business portfolios, and not for burials. He said they are not director of burials. Okay, so Peter Obi said a lot of things to them, and I'm going to share some of these wonderful messages he told them. Mr. MC Lecturer, you're welcome. Thank you for joining everybody that is joining me on Facebook and on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Please share this video. His Excellency Peter Obi told the Nigerians living in Canada that the time has come for their voice to be heard in the politics of Nigeria. He is expecting them to contribute. He said many times change must come from outside, change must be external. That is what Peter Obi said to these Nigerians living in Canada. That because they have seen a better democracy, because they have seen a better system, that there is need for them to bring back home all those things they know so that their country will be better. Home is home no matter what you do. Okay? There is no other country they have, he told them. Even if you're a Canadian citizen, even if you have a resident permit, you are still a Nigerian and forever be a Nigerian. P2B told them that, you see, when they see politicians from Nigeria who comes to buy houses in Canada, as far as that person didn't have that house before the person became a political appointee or a political leader, they should call the police on that person. That is what P2B told them. P2B said he has no reason to buy any house in Canada or abroad. He told his children when he was leaving UK that he is coming home to Nigeria to come and die there, that he is going back to Nigeria to go and make sure that Nigeria works. So for P2B, there is no reason why any Nigerian politician should be having a house in abroad, especially those they buy from the proceeds of crime or from the proceeds of the government coffers and purse, because they have failed to do the right thing in taking care of the needs of the people, but they use this money to buy houses abroad. P2B told them that the reason why he's here soliciting for their support in any way they can support him in his administration is because he doesn't have money to buy votes and he doesn't give shishi. He said, unlike his colleagues who are competing in this race, they have the money to spend to buy the votes of the people, but he doesn't want to do that and he's not ready to do that. And he wants to make sure that Nigerians take back their country, win this election genuinely, so that transformation will come on board. P2B answered a lot of questions. In fact, one of the things that touched me most during the time that P2B was speaking to Nigerians in Canada was when an elderly man, very old man, against medical advice that he should not leave his home. I understand that he's one of the oldest Nigerians, or if not the oldest Nigerian living in Canada, but this old man decided that he must see Peter Obi. He has been watching Peter Obi online, he has been reading a lot and hearing a lot about Peter Obi, and he couldn't stay back home, knowing fully well that Peter Obi came all the way to Canada. This man left everything to come and see Peter Obi. Peter Obi was pleased to meet this man, and P2B told the crowd that it is because of these people that this government will never fail. His government will not fail. Later on, I was hearing that there was an emergency, an ambulance is coming. I don't know whether it was for the old man, because the old man was warned not to leave home, because he's not that strong. He's an elderly person, but he still insisted, even if it means that P2B will be the last person he will see in his lifetime, to make sure and pray and bless P2B so he can become the president of Nigeria and bring about the necessary changes. P2B also touched on so many other issues. In fact, P2B told them that when somebody was asking him about referendum and the issues. I know the reason why the person must have asked him that question. The person asked him, will every decision be settled with a referendum? Because he knows that P2B is coming from the southeastern part of Nigeria, where our people are, many of them are agitating for secession. They want to stay on their own and govern themselves. And many people also have been accusing P2B to be an IPOB member, even though IPOBs have they denounced him that he's not part of them. And they are wondering if P2B enters there, whether he's going to grant a referendum. Now, listen to the wisdom of P2B. P2B told them that, listen, even in his home, he was telling his children, one is 30, the other one is 29, that when they see their father and mother celebrate 10 years of marriage, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years of marriage, that what they are not celebrating anything. What they are doing is survival of quarrel celebration. That is what they are doing. That in every relationship, there is quarrel, there is problem. But you can imagine if the wife says she wants to go, that he, P2B, will start begging the wife not to go. He would consult with the wife. That leadership is all about consultation. Leadership is all about negotiation. It's not when somebody says he wants to go, then you just ignore the person. So go now, or I don't care. P2B said if he goes, people will blame him. If the wife goes, people will blame him. And so he said everything happening in Nigeria happens in his home. There is no family that is spared of quarrel or agitation. And so when you see that people are agitating because of one reason or the other, what you're supposed to do is to sit down with them and find out why they're agitating and try to solve their problem. And P2B said he's going to sit down with them, all the people that are agitating in Nigeria, he will sit down with them and know their problem and see how best these things can be solved so we can be united. He's not coming to divide Nigeria. He's not coming to rule a divided Nigeria. He's coming to be the president of Nigeria because he knows that together we can achieve more and that there is strength in numbers. These are the things that P2B said. P2B said a whole lot of things. It is amazing for those that speak ill against such a character. P2B told them that don't vote for me because I'm an Igbo man. Don't vote for me because you're a fellow Catholic. I am not a Catholic. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But I love P2B. I follow him. I am not from Anambra. I have spent most of my life living in Ghana. In fact, 16 years of my life in Ghana. So most times I've seen a better democracy than that of the one we are seeing in Nigeria. I'm not supporting P2B because he's a Christian or because he's from the Southeast, even though I know that it is fair for the Southeast to rule or for the Igbo man to rule. But P2B is better. It's a vote for me because I am competent. Vote for me because of my character. Vote for me because of my capacity. That we should not vote for anybody based on connection. We should not vote for anybody because it is the person's turn or this person's turn. This is the type of leader that we need in our country. A leader that understands the feelings of the people and the need for urgent transformation. Somebody asked him a question about restructuring, whether he's going to restructure Nigeria. P2B says, yes, he's going to restructure Nigeria. Security will be restructured because the federal government handling police has not done any good. The federal government handling education has not done any good. And the federal government handling resources of the people has not done any good neither. So let the people control their resources. Let the people control both the human resources and the natural resources. That will make things easier. So we are thinking differently. P2B told them that they should bring in their money and invest in Nigeria. And if they bring in their money in Nigeria and someone says, what of insecurity in Nigeria? How do you guarantee that our investment is going to be secured? P2B said, yes, there is insecurity crisis currently in Nigeria, and it stems from poverty. It stems from the way the government has already handled her people. And then when they come on board, they are going to make sure that all this, the root causes of insecurity is addressed. And so people will feel at home to come back and make these investments. P2B was asked about borrowing money. He said, yes, his government will borrow money, but they will not borrow money for consumption. They will borrow money for production, money that will impact, because he knows, he understands the economy currently, and he knows that there is no way he's going to kickstart things if he doesn't borrow. But at the same time, he said he's going to reduce the cost of governance. Governance in Nigeria is too expensive. They waste money They waste money in government doing unnecessary things. He told them a story about his impeachment. He said there were 3 reasons why he was impeached. And in one of those reasons, he narrated how the presidential lodge was to be built. It was going to cost 600 million or 700 million to build that presidential lodge. He said the president doesn't live in Oka. The president lives in Abuja. And he even went and told the team that handles presidential protocols and visits that please let the president come in the morning and go in the evening. So the president doesn't need to sleep. When the people insisted, Obasanjo insisted that he's coming to stay for 3 days, he asked his wife, let us vacate our room. We'll leave it for them. Let them go and stay there. He went and stayed across the street in another hotel. He said he didn't spend up to 150,000, about 135,000 or so. And he saved money. He said that if we reduce the cost of governance, there will be money to be used for other things. Government spends a lot of money living flamboyant life as if it is their money. And that is the reason why the people are suffering, because money is not being channeled into proper use. He told them that the Constitution of Nigeria does not even encourage or permit savings. I was shocked to hear it. I didn't know this. And so the reason, another reason why he was impeached was because he was saving money. He said that we cannot consume all, we cannot spend all at once. Even you, as an adult who makes money, do you make money and eat all at once? No, you save some for a rainy day. You save some for a rainy day. And that was the things he was thinking. Peter Obi did mention, how instead of them to import bed furniture from abroad for the government lodge they were building, he said, why? It's not a bed. He said, no matter the type of bed you bring from anywhere in the world, if you're not going to sleep, you're not going to sleep. He said they contracted a man in Oka, and that man came and made the bed. He said that man today has 120 people working under him, and he pays them. And the man made a very solid bed. He said when he came to the table that was used by a predecessor, that was what they have packed it somewhere. They want to discard it. He said, no, table is table. It's not just to write, that they should polish it. Instead of them buying new chairs in the government house, he said, no. He told that carpenter, that furniture man, is it not leather? It's not for sitting there. Just change the leather, change the materials. Let it be new. And these were some of the things that this man did in making sure that government saved money, in making sure that there was extra cost to do other things that the government, the state needed to do, in taking care of the people's health, taking care of the people's education. So we are about to experience a lot of things in this man named Peter Obi. We are about to experience a lot of changes in his type of administration, and that is why he's appealing to them. That is why he's making all these tours, going from here and there. He said his fellow contestants are not going anywhere because they have the money and they think that they are going to buy people's vote this time around. But the obedience are going to shock them that Nigeria is not the same Nigeria that you used to think of before, that we are taking back our country and that we want a better nation, a nation that will be proud of. Because if a good leader, all we need is a good leader, every other thing will fall into place. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I appreciate the time you spend watching me, and I will come back again later on to talk about other things. I love you guys. Share this video. Let people know that Peter Obi is the man. His speech in Canada, he speaks from the heart. He says the truth. He shares his experiences because Nigeria is ours. We don't have any other country. We can make it better by making sure we support Peter Obi to become our president. Have a good day. Bye-bye.